Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 18715 Indian Creek Drive here in Lake Oswego. Located on the right side of the home, right behind the air conditioning unit, we have a 4-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is currently running. We're going to zero out here at the base of the cleanout, and off we go. Okay, here at about 50 feet, looks like we're hitting the main. I think this line's going into the backyard area. We're going to go locate that real quick here while the line drains out. Then we'll get a nicer view as we come back in. No luck locating here. I think the line has gone through the fence line, so we're going to pull back in, try and relocate. Here at about 44 feet on this turn, my camera right now is upside down, so that's actually the left side of the pipe I'm looking at right now. But on the right side of the screen there, you've got a couple little stringy items coming off that pipe joint. That may indeed be just a small root intrusion at the very start of one. I'm going to see if I can kind of hone in on which direction we're headed off here and try and locate. Yeah, that substance coming off the joint there may very well be dirt coming through the joint. It's a harder one to verify with complete certainty just because we don't have a lot to look at there, but that does look fairly indicative of roots.
That little stringy root there?
You got a slug in the pipe right there. Interesting. Storm system, I'm guessing, is tied in here.
Oh.
This joint too looks a little suspect, kind of like the other one does. I don't see as much root hair action here. It's the staining coming off the joint that kind of looks like you got dirt coming through there. All right, got a locate signal there. So right now we're traveling, as you face this house from the street, the line is traveling kind of in the divider between this home and the home to the right, where the trees and foliage. So I think our spot here we're looking for, there may very well be a main lateral easement scenario going on here. I think you may have a main running up and down this right side property line. You lose the ability to do a Okay, so I finally found the camera head here. So I would keep my eyes peeled through title. There is likely some kind of easement for a main lateral, possibly an easement even with the neighbor. Just eyeballing it, the line kind of looks like it's traveling up through the neighbor's property line, kind of their left side. It's hard to say for sure, but anyway, I'm going to recommend a repair here on both these sections. That joint right there appears to have dirt going through it. There is a massive boulder sitting on top of the line, which likely has something to do with why these joints got compromised to some extent. So I've marked the white X you'll see just right on the other side of the boulder, kind of on the street side of the boulder over there, is not directly over top the bad joint. I can't locate through that area there. It looks like it's about 6 inches to a foot underneath the rock. So somewhat rough, but pretty darn close. Okay. I haven't come all the way back in yet. Okay. All right, so here you'll see a white X. This one's not underneath a boulder, thank goodness, but it is directly underneath a tree. Again, on the right side of the property as you face the front of the house from the street. And I'm getting about 6 feet deep here. Given the amount of foliage, as well as that boulder over there is probably half the weight of a car. If not the weight of a car, it's huge. Between all those different things there, I would be looking into the epoxy liner option first and foremost. Just the added stuff you'll have to do to expose that area. Moving a huge boulder, you'll have to cut at least one, if not two different trees down, which in this town can get very tricky to accomplish. It's a very difficult town to be able to take trees down. So trenchless is the way to go here unless there's no other option. And luckily the pipe still has good slope and grade through there. So now is the time to do that. When you've got compromised joints like that, you always run the risk if you let stuff like that sit for too long, especially the joint they're both allowing some level of dirt through, but it can lead to hydro erosion and cause progressive settling to the line, and as well as allowing the roots to get bigger and bigger over time. So you just don't want to let things progress so far that you can't do a liner any longer. And we're going to push back to the foundation wall really quick, but aside from that stretch there from about 38 to 44 feet, the rest of the line here is in good condition, has good flow. Alrighty.
Well, that's great.
All right, I just tried to push backwards there. The line next to 3-inch right as we go back, but I can see back into the foundation wall. No settling issues going back to the foundation. Everything past that point's exposed piping in the crawl space. I recommend a spot repair to fix the section there from 38 to 44 feet. Ideally, when you do something like this, you start that liner and end it, a foot or two on either side of those joints to get a good overlap over them. To help bolster things up, and it helps to improve the line's chances of not getting any further root intrusion. You just want to put a good overlap. So in this case, 10-12 foot liner is probably all you need to do to bolster that up there. After any repairs are done, whether it's trenchless or a dig style repair, you want to make sure a rescope is performed to check the work. Very important to do that.